Okay, coming back to the next enzyme, what we are going to talk about is one enzyme that is good for the blood. Okay, today a lot of people, especially after this COVID vaccine problem, they are taking 3 dose, 4 dose. Some people are going all over the world to collect. I got American vaccine, I got China vaccine. They're getting blood clots in the brain, blood clot in the heart, blood clot in the kidney, in the liver. All big words, I can't understand these big words. I'm a simple person, Aam Aadmi. Of course, not join the party, but I'm Aam Aadmi. So, the enzyme for post-vaccine is nattokinase. Correct? You write it down. Nattokinase. It's available, nattokinase enzyme. So this nattokinase actually helps dissolve the blood clots. And you give it to them over a longer period of time. Don't worry. They won't end up with any, hemorrhage or anything. Because every patient who has taken vaccine should take a low dose nattokinase every day. Now, do you know what is a coenzyme? What is the most common coenzyme everyone uses? Coenzyme Q10. Why Q10? Why not Q9? I like 9. Yeah, why not 11? So, why not 14, 15? So, you have coenzymes from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Now, coenzyme is another chemical that actually helps an enzyme to function. See, medical doctors like to make things very difficult. Scientists love to make things very difficult. Actually, science and medicine is very easy. Everyone can study it. Okay, very easy. You don't need to get 90% or 100% and become very easy. Everyone can study it. You just need to understand the few concepts. So coenzyme is something that helps an enzyme to function at its fullest. So this coenzyme Q10, whatever you talk about, is actually available in nature, in the tobacco leaf. In the middle vein of the tobacco leaf, you get coenzyme 9, which is the active form of coenzyme Q10. When it is extracted, it becomes coenzyme Q10. Now, this coenzyme Q10 acts in the tobacco leaf along with nicotine. Where does it act? It acts on your mitochondria. And that's what actually makes you feel good. But today, if you see all the tobacco that you get in the market, it doesn't contain the main vein of the tobacco leaf. So there's no coenzyme Q10 in that. You're only getting nicotine and some other chemicals. Now, in nature, there is a law. It states that whatever plant can cause a disease, the same plant has the properties to cure that disease. I'll give you another example. Like, now it is month of April, May. What is season? What season? Mango season. So everyone loves to eat mango. But the diabetics, they say, don't eat mango. Correct? If you see, this mango can raise blood sugar. But there is also another biochemical in this mango plant. It's present in the leaf and in the bark, in the seed and in the skin. It is called mangiferin. It is anti-diabetic. It brings down the sugar. And anything that is anti-diabetic is also anti-cancer. So, you give the patient mango leaves or mangiferin extract. You can write it down, mangiferin. This mangiferin, we had a tea. You used to get teas in the olden days. We used to make a mango tea. You take bark and you soak it, make a nice mango tea, and it cuts sugar. So same way, the tobacco leaf that contains nicotine causes contractions of the heart muscle or syncytium and causes the coronaries to go into a spasm. It tires off your mitochondria. But to combat it, nature has given you coenzyme Q10 in that, if you eat it properly, which relaxes the coronaries and relaxes the mitochondria. So I'm not promoting tobacco, otherwise, excise people will come behind me. Then doctor will have to save me. So there is also another herb that is called Arjuna. If you see the Arjuna bark, it is reddish in color and it looks like the syncytium of the heart. This Arjuna, when combined with coenzyme Q10, causes the heart function to improve a lot. So patients with a lot of heart failure should get this. Again, patients who are going for chemotherapy. See, I am not there to tell the patient, okay, don't do chemotherapy. Because it's a very practical thing. You're living in a world. When someone says, don't do chemotherapy, they come back and say, doctor, how can I do that? And in many countries, telling a patient not to do chemotherapy is also illegal as per the law. So I tell them, you take a small dose, and along with that, you do vitamin C, you take coenzyme Q10, you take my enzymes, okay? If you have access, you can go for your cannabis. And the most important thing is have good food and go to a good counselor, because it's important that you find the time when you were diagnosed and before that when you were diagnosed, and find the trigger point and release those trigger points in your brain. Once you release those trigger points, I tell you, every disease you can cure. It is the trigger points in your brain that keep you sick. It is you that you are keeping yourself sick. It is me that I am keeping myself sick. All of us, as long as we are human, we will fall sick. There is no elixir of perfect health. There is nothing of perfect health that exists in this world, as long as you're human. All of us have some kind of issue. Some will have back pain, some will have knee pain, some will have diabetes, some will have blood pressure. All of us have something. And it is important for us to go home as doctors or as professionals, go back to the point in time when this thing actually worried us, when this thing actually, the symptoms came up, and look around us at that time. Go back in time, look around us, see what was there, see who were the people around at that time. Try and relive those situations that happened. Try and relive those experiences. They may be bad experiences, they may be horrible experiences, but I'm sure they are not good experiences, because then you wouldn't get the disease. Once you release those experiences, then your journey of healing will start. At that time, you will be able to start healing yourself. Otherwise, no matter whatever I tell you about enzymes, herbs, all these things, you can give me medicine, you can give me 10 crore rupees. I'll give you medicine. It won't work for you unless you release those emotional triggers that were there in you. Unless you release those emotional triggers, then you'll start healing. Another important part of melatonin and herbs and melatonin and minerals is when you give melatonin, it's also important to give which mineral? Magnesium. Why magnesium? Because magnesium helps relax the muscles. Magnesium helps in your sleep. And remember, sleep heals. Sleep heals. A lot of patients come to me and say, doctor, I can't get sleep. It's a big problem. Doctor, I have to drink half a bottle of whiskey to get sleep. I can't get sleep. See, remember, nobody has died because of loss of sleep as of today. Let him not sleep for 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days. Automatically, the 5th day, he'll fall asleep. Let him sit in the sun, because you have to break that cycle and reset the melatonin cycle. You have to reset the substantia nigra cycle in the brain for you to get sleep. And that will happen only by sitting in the sun. Okay? Unfortunately, today, most of us watch TV. We wake up in the morning. Of course, it is part of our urban living where we live in flats. Sun doesn't reach in most of our houses except at a particular time. Now, it's important that if you want to reset your melatonin cycle, that you're in the sun for 10 or 15 days continuously. Because your body should know at what time the sun sets and what time the sun rises and sets. All these problems of melatonin cycle come to you during a change of season. Why change of season? Because the earth moves up and the earth moves down, and the timings change. And if you see, no animal always wakes up at a particular time. They all wake up at sunrise, you'll hear the birds, and all at sunset, the birds, go back to sleep. So, along with this, as I don't want to take much more time because I'm 30 minutes overdue, and I don't want to spoil anybody's sleep. So, I think, thank you so much for coming this time for the 12th Ozone Conference. Thank you.